You want to a life transforming experience as Pastor Prince Abah brings you God's Word with deep insights and power. God bless you.
To be able to affect that sphere of society. You're a medical practitioner. Go beyond what you are taught in school. Look for mentors who have excelled in the field of medicine. There are people like Ben Carson. Go and stay under them and study. If you can't have personal contact with them, at least you can contact with their books. Listen to their podcasts. Brush yourself up. Mediocrity has no value. You are a music minister. Do you know the Bible says, seest thou a man diligent in his business, he will stand before king and not mere men. If you're diligent in what you do, that practice will bring you before noble people. Where others come and make noise, when you come, you make news. Where others come and do abracadabra, do whatever, you come, you drop substance, drop weight and go your way. You play keyboard, go for extra courses in keyboard. Go for extra courses in drumming. Go for extra courses in singing. Don't be satisfied with the status quo. Don't be satisfied with average. Don't be satisfied with the ordinary. They say extraordinary people are ordinary people who do the extra. And then they become extraordinary. Go the extra mile. A lot of people sleep so much. And Christians do it. You sleep 12 hours in the night. And there's some people wake up by even 1 a.m. or 1 p.m. the following day. You go to bed around 8 p.m. or you go to bed by 11 or 12 in the night. Why? Because you were consuming time on movie. Consuming your data on YouTube, watching maybe The Dirty Girl. Watching Iniedo. When you finish watching, you sleep off around 1 a.m. and then you're waking up by 1 p.m. And that's when you are yawning. That's when you are brushing your mouth. And then you only brush to eat and go back and continue your sleep from where you stop. How can you become better? Burn your midnight candle studying. Discipline yourself. Is that the fourth law now? Fifth law, so I can close quickly. It's called the law of presence. In Genesis chapter 41 verse 14, you notice that after the practices and the preparation of Joseph, he had an invitation to come to the palace. Hello. Now I told you that there are 4 phases that these 7 laws are categorized into. The first law is what? The law of purpose. That one comes under a phase called the what? Identification phase. Now there is a second phase called construction phase. That's where you have persecution. That's where you have prayer. And that's where you have preparation. Now these 3 laws fall under the construction phase. When you are praying, you are constructing something. When you go through persecution, it's the construction of your destiny that is happening. Hello somebody. Then when you are practicing and preparing, you are in your construction phase. You are in your making phase. Construction means making. You are in your making phase. After the construction phase, there's a next phase called the manifestation phase. This is the phase where what you are now doing in the secret begin to show in the open. Your secret wins begin to show in the open. Your secret victories begin to be announced. Small. People begin to know the quality of person you are made up of. A lot of people want manifestation without preparation. If you manifest without adequate preparation, you manifest mediocrity. But when you have prepared yourself adequately and you show up in manifestation, you are competent. You carry what it takes to solve problems. You are the one that is meant for the job. People who train behind the scene. Have you seen drama? Have you seen live drama before? You notice that people who do this live theater art, they have what you call behind the scene. They do trainings behind there, they prepare, do their costume, and they do a few rehearsals. When they now come on stage, they are not coming to rehearse. They are coming on stage now to showcase what they have been doing behind. In your place of practice, that's where you do your small mistakes, have your small errors, and mentors correct you, you get it right, and then when the time of manifestation comes, you don't need anybody teaching you again on stage. You don't need correction. You are now performing live. Footballers or people who are into soccer have their training ground. When they are training, the crowd doesn't come to watch them. Sometimes when you are in your place of preparation, you are not always appealing to people. People don't come to watch you. People don't come to celebrate you when you are in your wilderness experience. Just like when David was in his wilderness phase. Nobody was coming. That's construction phase. Have you seen where they are building flyovers? When they are constructing, like they are doing constructions all over Ebonyi State. You see where they are building hospitals, where they are building flyovers, where they are building all kinds of things. Have you noticed nobody goes there to do anything? Sometimes they barricade the road. Is that correct? You see them put slow down, men at work. It's a flyover they are building, but no vehicle is going over the flyover. They now put a divert where other vehicles can go through. Why? This thing is under construction. When I came and I saw a building under construction, I don't know that that's a new youth church. I don't know. I designed very well. It's under construction. Do you worship there? You don't worship there. But you have hope that one day you pack from here and enter inside that place. Why are you not there now? It's under construction. So it looks like it's abandoned, but something is happening there. When it's now finished and prepared and furnished, they put air condition, put sound, put everything. Everybody now moves into it, and you like the place. Wow, it's beautiful here. So in your construction, don't give up when it looks like you are not attracting the things you want to get, because you are in a process of making. After your construction is done and solidified, you graduate to manifestation. That's where they begin to send for you. Let me give you one more example to show you how construction works. We have ladies here who cook. I hope you know when you are cooking in the kitchen, nobody comes to the kitchen to sit down and eat the food you're cooking. It's still on fire. But once the food is getting ready, everybody goes to the dining and sits down. And they are shouting, "Mom, is the food not ready? We are hungry." And mom is saying, "Well, we'll soon get the food. Just hold on. 5 minutes more." And 5 minutes more, what was going through construction comes out in a manifestation phase. Everything goes through that circle. You were in a construction phase before you were born. 9 months inside your mother's womb, that was construction phase. From water, which is called sperm, it became fetus? Became blood. From there you changed form. When my wife was pregnant, we were going for scan. I will be seeing my baby, my beautiful angel. You'll be looking at this baby inside a computer, looking like one thing like that. You see tail. That my baby had tail before. If my wife had given birth to the baby like that, it will all take off. This same baby now, that when she smiles here, it's like heaven on earth. There was a time she had tail. Then you look at her head inside the computer, it's like a pure mango. Like a pure mango. Like Julie mango. And you'll be wondering, what is this? Is this what I'm going to give birth to? What I gave birth to? But she was in the construction phase. 9 months, it kept changing form. It kept changing form. Moving from one stage, the first trimester came and passed. We saw a different thing after the third trimester came. And then delivery took place. And then it was a full-fledged baby. And now I'm watching the baby. I think she's in her 6 months now. So she has completely changed again. She's looking healthier, bigger. She's no longer that baby we used to put in one small basket before. Now she cannot even enter there anymore. Why? Construction. And that's how she will grow. After a while, she's now walking, she's running. Construction phase. And that's how your destiny is. So you prepare for that future. Then when it's time, you enter manifestation. Then what you have done in the secret place is now evident for the world to see. I was telling our church the other day, I said, we have been preparing all the years at Owen Road. I said, we can no longer be there. Now we are heading to the city. When we went to get a property at that place, we got a property. They were asking me, sir, but why here? It's so high. It's a very wild place. I say, yes. David is now ready to show forth in the city. Because what I've been doing in the secret is now ripe for the city to know. And not just the city, the entire nations. I remember the years I would stay in my closet. Nobody to talk to. Nothing to do so serious. Just reading. Just praying. Just studying. But those wealth are forestalled in me. There's no place you drop me now that I cannot perform. Because I'm carrying this wealth inside. Put substance inside of you. Put value inside of you. Don't be an empty container. And when you are done with that manifestation, that's where the kings begin to send for you. That's where opportunities open up for you. People now want what you carry. They now see you as a solution carrier, and they are willing to invite you to come and dispense solution to certain problems. When men know that you are a proficient keyboardist, they want to pay any amount to get you play. They know you are the best drummer in Abakaliki. They want to get you to pay to play, no matter the amount it takes. People pay for what has value. Nobody pays for that which carries no value. If you are mediocre, that could be the reason why you are still suffering. That could be the reason why you are still poor. It may not be your grandmother in the village. It may just be that you have not trained yourself to perform better. So read on your own, because I will not read. Read on your own, Genesis 41 verse 15, and you down to 24. You'll notice that Pharaoh had a dream. He called Joseph to interpret that dream. And he moved straight from the palace, from the prison, and then shaved himself when he came out, put on a robe on himself, and then he stood before the king. That's now called the law of presence. And then when Pharaoh told him his dream, he got interpretation for the dream and interpreted that dream. But that was not the first time he did it. He was doing it in the prison, because that was his practice phase. And now in the palace, opportunity has come for him to be promoted, for him to showcase what he has, for him to display the content inside of him. And you see, when he was done explaining Pharaoh's dream, something happened. And I'm going to take you to the next phase now, which is the last point, or the second to the last point. Presentation. The sixth law is presentation. The fifth law is presence. The sixth law is presentation. So, when Joseph was invited and was asked to interpret the dream of Pharaoh, remember, if he had nothing to say, he would have lost the opportunity. So there must be something to say for you to get to your place of destiny. There must be something to do for you to get your place of destiny. I watched a movie, I'm not sure if some of you have watched it. It's a cartoon. It's titled Alvin and the Chipmunks. How many of you have seen that movie? Okay, good. Alvin, Theodore, Simon. Alright? Chipmunks that sing. And then they were in Dave's house, singing and practicing. The day that other guy, Uncle Lan, alright? Dave took these chipmunks to Uncle Lan. He owns a record deal, a record label, and asked them to sing. They were scared. They couldn't sing. They retreated into their carton. And then Uncle Lan was like, they are chipmunks, they don't sing. They said, no, they sing. He said, okay, let them sing. He said, please sing. And they ran back into. And Dave took the chipmunks back home, disappointed. They had the opportunity to present their songs, but they were scared. They couldn't present it. But now, when the next opportunity came, they were the ones that went to Uncle Lan's house this time around and went and sang. And Uncle Lan was like, really? So you guys really sing? And I said, welcome to Jet Records. And then they began to promote them from one place to the other, concerts everywhere and all that. But before that time, they had the opportunity to sing. They didn't sing. That man didn't know what they were carrying inside. So if Joseph appeared before the king and didn't have anything to say, there wouldn't have been a way for him to succeed. What am I trying to say? Don't hide your skills. Don't hide the things you have. When you know you have built yourself inside, find platforms and begin to fire on them. If you are a good keyboardist, you are a good saxophonist now, don't carry it and be doing it in your parlor. Organize music concerts. You are a skilled music minister. You can sing. Organize music concerts. Go to the studio and then release a song. Write songs, sing them, and put them in the market. It's called the law of presentation. You are a tailor, you are a seamstress, you sew very well. You have practiced and practiced and practiced. Hello. Now you should begin to sew your own and put them on the show glass. It's called the law of presentation. You must be able to package your brand. That's what we're talking about. Joseph packaged his brand. He was an interpreter of dreams. And he put that skills into use. And what happened was that day, his destiny turned around. Presentation. The last law, which is why I close. You see the succession, the order is following. Are you seeing the order is following? After presentation, the seventh law is the law of placement and promotion. So understand this. Your presentation is the ticket to your placement. Gucci is a preferred and a costly brand than every other kind of brand because of how they package their product. There's a way they've been placed in the market. It's not an ordinary brand of clothes. You see, Mercedes car has a unique placement amongst other automobiles because of how they have packaged and presented themselves. Now notice what happened to Joseph when he interpreted the dreams of Pharaoh and then provided the solution to that problem. See what Pharaoh said. He said, where can we find a man as wise and discreet as this man, that we may put in charge over the affairs of this kingdom? He said, please, since we can't find that kind of man here, you are the one who we are going to make the prime minister. From the prison to the palace. Why? Because he had prepared himself. He showed forth in the palace. That's presence. You must be seen to be favored. He showed forth. Don't be hiding what you have. You must be seen to be favored. Then he presented. That means you must be heard to be favored. And then from presentation, Pharaoh now determined his placement and promotion. The seventh law of favor. Placement and promotion. There are some people who have cashed in big times on opportunities. Because when people observed what they were able to do, wow, they placed them in places of performance. Mercy Chinwo is a good example. I heard somebody singing a song today. Okay, can you see how that lady has become a, great star in this country and beyond? What was the platform that gave her prominence? Nigerian Idol. She won that at Nigerian Idol, and then that was the platform. Everybody took note of that lady. And she leveraged on that platform. Promotion. Hit the next level. Whatever opportunity you have now, utilize it well. Whatever you're giving to do, if it's moderation, they say you should come and moderate in church. Moderate well. I have a daughter, if you hear her, when she speaks, she didn't study mass comm, but she holds the mic here to talk. Her command, her charisma, the way she's able to speak, her intonation alone. She moderates service here. When I did my wedding, I said, there's another person, let her do it. She's A1 in that area. There was a program we did in church one time, and then some top government officials were there. She was the one moderating. While she was moderating, His Excellency, the Deputy Governor, whispered to me and said, I would need this lady to moderate an occasion for me. He said, she's very good. I said, she's A1 in it. And not long after, the man recommended her to the SSG and said, there's a lady in Pastor Prince's church who can do that job. He said, get her to moderate that program. And she told me about it. She went to the government, moderated a particular program, and they paid her for it. I said, can you see? It's just what you were doing in church. Oh. If you're an usher in church, usher well. Hello, somebody. Church is a training ground. Oh. If you are a music well. If you're a pastor well. If you're into administration, administer well. If your job is to set chairs in church, set it well. It could be a business that will come out of it. Some of you may get into event planning just for learning how to set chairs in church. That's why you people don't know what they do when they run away from services. When they say join this department, they say, okay, you don't know what you're doing. From setting chair, you can become an event planner. From learning how to set curtains in church, learning how to put things in order. That could be where God will give you the skills. It was from learning how to set the house of Jacob. How to take food to the brothers. Joseph's brothers. How to put Potiphar's house in order. How to take care of prisoners. That Joseph learned all that it took to be a prime minister. Without even attending a university. If you want to enjoy favor, these are the 7 laws. So the last phase, after manifestation phase, which is the one that deals with your presentation, that deals with your promotion and your placement, is what you call the coronation phase. So when you have been placed now, when you have been promoted, that's what you call coronation and celebration. If you want to hit that last phase of your life, go back and follow the principle from number 1 to number 7. And you see yourself a man who is most wanted, a woman who is most celebrated, somebody who is most desired and cherished by your peers. God bless you and God bless you. Okay, I'll just pray with you. Before that, let me take one question.
We believe you've been transformed by the wonders of God's Word. For additional information about us, you can visit our website at www.princetonhills.org. You can also send us a mail at info@princetonhills.org or call
070-331-66762 or 081-31-555-747.
Princeton Hills Ministries, raising global leaders.